Welcome into Week 7 of Friday Night Blitz. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Brandon Kinnard. Week 7, as I said, it certainly felt like October out there tonight. Cooler weather and playoff contenders starting to get in late season form. Let's start the highlights with our game of the week as seen on Sports Showdown, Freedom and Little Chutes. You can't start much better than this. First offensive play of the night for the Irish. John Verhasselt finding space and finding the end zone. 65 yards for the early score, 7-0 Freedom. Second quarter here, quarterback Reese Lambrecht keeps it himself this time. It's 16-0 Irish at half. They add some pad in the fourth quarter. Check this play out. Lambrecht's pass complete to Connor Dickrell. He fumbles, picked up by Little Chute. The Mustangs fumble, and then Verhasselt, right place, right time, falls on it for a Freedom score. So kind of a weird finish, but the Irish win courtesy of that hot start.
You know, we've had some games where we've gotten ourselves in a hole, and then there were a couple games where we tried to get out by digging faster. And, you know, we really talked a lot about not getting into that situation and setting the tone early on both sides of the ball. And fortunately, we were fortunate to be able to do so against a good team tonight.
Moving on, one of the more underrated rivalries in the area. I know because I lived it once. Luxembourg-Casco hosting Denmark. And the Vikings quiet the home crowd early on inside the 5. Gabriel Wertel just sneaks it across for the score. 7-0 Denmark out of the gates, but LC quickly evened things up on the ensuing drive. Matt Krevillian to Jonas Otradovic. Leads to a touchdown to tie it at 7, but Denmark pulls away in the second half, and the Vikings spoil the Spartans' homecoming. They win it by 2 scores. Here are the NEC standings now through 7 weeks. Freedom's win keeps the Irish a half game up on Wrightstown and FVL. The Irish play the Foxes next week in another big game. The FRCC has turned into a 3-team race, at least in the standings. Bayport, ASHWAUBENON, and Pulaski were all undefeated through 6 weeks. But the Pirates seem to want to let you know they think this is a 1-team race. Bayport at ASHWAUBENON tonight. They're both coming in at 6-0. Keep that in mind. Really didn't look like it the way the Pirates were playing. Read option. Quarterback Andrew Thomas keeps and scores 7-0 early on. After an ASHWAUBENON 3-and-out, the Jags punting. Low snap, partially blocked. That sets the Pirates up with great field position. They score another touchdown. So 14-0 after 1 quarter, and in the second, they just keep on going. Isaiah Gash, 10-yard touchdown. Then through the air, I love this. They don't throw it much, catching everybody off guard. Thomas finds David Carpio, 60-yard touch. 28-0 Bayport. The offense rolling, the defense is stingy. Max Musin with back-to-back sacks here. Bayport pitches its 5th shutout of the season. 5 of their 7 games they've held the opponent scoreless. 55-0 tonight. Elsewhere in the FRCC, 2 teams that really need wins. Preble hosting Notre Dame. Hornets up 21-7 in the third quarter, and they keep that momentum rolling. A partial block again on a punt gives them good field position, and Jamar Howell takes care of it from there. A 48-yard touchdown run for the big man. 28-7, Preble on top. Notre Dame, though, marches down the field. James Arrett pushes through the defense and scores. It's 28-14, and that score would hold. Hornets get the home win. So here's how things stand now for those big 3 in the FRCC. Pulaski and ASHWAUBENON will play next week. And then Pulaski and Bayport play in Week 9 to close out the regular season. But Bayport, man, they look unbeatable right now. That big win over ASHWAUBENON tonight. More to come when we return. We'll take you down to the Valley. The VFA really competitive this year. We'll check in there next on the Friday Night Blitz. The VFA North Division has been really competitive this year. Kimberly is undefeated, but they seem to be a little more vulnerable this season than in years past, and overall there's just some more parity in that division. KAUKAUNA having a really good season. They've got Appleton West tonight. This right here is one of the best catches you'll see maybe all year. Noah Van Asten to Carson Sipple. Look at him go up and get the football. Another look here as that puts the Ghosts up 14-0 early. Terrors have an answer. Appleton West storming down the field, capping it off with a score. Carson Hacker to Andrew Vanderputten for 6. Not enough though, as KAUKAUNA gets the win here, 31-21 your final. So here are the VFA North standings. And again, the usual suspects up top, Kimberly and Appleton North, with KAUKAUNA putting together that nice season at 5-1. The Papermakers and Lightning, by the way, will play each other in 2 weeks, the last week of the regular season, and that is our Sports Showdown game of the week. Should be a good one.